Hey folks, welcome to SwillinGrog's wonderful world of beer. In this episode, we'll be looking at Victoria. 4% alcohol by volume, brewed and bottled by Grupo Modelo in Mexico. Yes, another Mexican beer. Now, again, I have Mark from Warner's at the Bay to thank for getting me this lovely brew. It's hard to find here in Australia. Just like the Indio that I reviewed earlier, it's one of those ones that you're probably only going to stumble upon if you, go to a Mexican restaurant here that's, got a good selection of Mexican beers, on its drinks menu. Alright, well, I'm very keen to check this Vienna-style lager out. So, I think without further ado, I'll grab the trusty BB Barfly bottle opener and crack off the cap. There we go. Alright. Now I'll pour it into what was once a very nicely chilled Pilsner glass. Alright, so give it a good pour, Jez Lawson style. Alright. Oh. Gee whiz. Alright, well that does happen sometimes. It's a more active beer than I imagined it would be. Alright, so let's just get the remainder of the bottle in there. Okay. Alright, well, let's make an assessment of the appearance, as we always do. Well, the appearance, is a very clear, orange golden colour, almost on the amber spectrum, I would say. It's very effervescent, there's a lot of carbonation there. So, it does look awfully appealing, and, just a little over, 2 fingers of frothy off-white head there as well. So, it's looking real good, folks. Really good. Alright, so, I did get all of the bottle in there. So, yes, a very appealing appearance, one could say. Alright, so let's move on to the aroma. Alright, well, as far as the aroma goes, I'm picking up, a very faint smell of, sweet, barley malt there. But, really, not much else, no. There's no kind of, grassiness or, hot presence. Anyhow, we've talked about the beautiful appearance and the aroma. So, that can only mean it's time for the most important part of the review, the taste test. So a huge cheers to you all, and a special shout out to Victoria and Marty. Alright, let's dive in. Alright, well, it's definitely a winner. It's got all those characteristics you look for in a lager. Even a Vienna style lager. Got that sweet maltiness up front there. There is a degree of bitterness present. But it balances out very nicely. With that sweet maltiness. Up front. It's again as you would expect, a very malt forward brew. In terms of its body, I would describe it as being probably a little between, sort of light and medium. But, it's definitely got some, body to it. I wouldn't, call it watery in any way. What can I say? It's absolutely delicious, crisp, clean, refreshing and dry, Vienna style lager. That I probably would dare say I enjoy a little bit more than, even your Sam Adams Boston Lager, believe it or not. Anyway, I do need to have another gulp. Wow. Well, it's really holding that taste profile. It's an absolutely delicious brew, so well balanced. You've got that, those beautiful, malts there. They're just, yeah, not too sweet, but yeah, really satisfying. You know, I mean, it's got a little bit of a little bit of, you know, breadiness to it as well. But gee whiz, folks, this is, you know, really superb. Like, I can only imagine how well this would go down, you know, in the summer months. I mean, at 4% ABV, you know, it's going to be very drinkable and, you know, very sessionable. You know, a carton of this is not going to last very long at all. Again, it's a shame that it's not, you know, widely distributed here in Australia. It's a much better brew than, you know, Corona or Sol. You know, it completely kicks their ass, you know, in terms of flavour. Anyway, I think it's probably time that I wrap this up, so I'm going to have one last gulp and give it a score out of 10. Alright, well, all in all, you know, much like the Indio, it's an absolutely delicious brew. There's nothing offensive about it flavour-wise. You know, it's, you know, just so satisfying, you know, so refreshing. You know, exactly what one would look for, you know, in a lager. It's absolutely superb. So, what would I give it in terms of a score out of 10? Well, probably a 9, because it's not exactly mind-blowing, but, you know, it's just, you know, so absolutely delicious and, you know, so solid that, you know, you couldn't give it anything less than a 9. So, there you go, folks. A 9 out of 10 for Victoria. Do check it out if you ever see it around these parts. Thanks for joining me once again. I hope to see you all in the next review. So, until then, fare thee well.